use many objects such as which will form an angle. For example, the hands of a clock, or the two arms of a divider, or the sharp edges of a scissors. All these are the examples of an angle. For example, when two arms hit at a point will form an angle. When two rays having a common endpoint will form an angle. In brief, a line have two ends which are indefinite, which can be extended further infinitely. But for a line segment, it has a limiting point for its two ends. But for a ray, we have one limiting point and one extending point. It can be extended up to infinite time. Now, when two rays having a common endpoint, let there be OA and OB, of two rays having a common endpoint O will form an angle. The symbol of angle is denoted as, and you can write angle AOB. The two arms are known as the hands of an angle. The definition of angle is the inclination between two arms OA and OB is known as angle. Here I repeat again the definition of angle. The inclination between the two arms is known as an angle. The common endpoint O is known as the vertex of the angle. And OA ray and OB ray are known as the hands of the angle or arms of the angle. Every angle is measurable, and the units of measurement of angle is degree. Very important. The units of measurement of angle is degrees. On basis of measurement, the angles are defined into 6 types, or they are classified into 6 types. They are acute angle, obtuse angle, there are 6 types of angles. They are acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle, straight angle, reflex angle and zero angle. These all are classified based on the measure of their angles. Acute angle. First of all, we go for acute angle. Acute angle is defined as the angle whose measure is less than 90 degrees. Less than 90 degrees. The angle whose measure is less than 90 degrees is known as acute angle. While right angle is defined as the angle whose measure is exactly 90 degrees. That is, the two rays OA and OB are perpendicular to each other. They form an angle of 90 degrees exactly. The angle whose measure is greater than 90 degrees is known as obtuse angle. Please note down the point. The angle whose measure is greater than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees is known as obtuse angle. Theta is greater than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees. While coming to straight angle, the angle between the two arms is 180 degrees exactly. It forms two straight right angles. That means one right angle and one right angle. 1 plus 1, 2 right angles form a straight angle. Now while going to reflex angle, the angle greater than 180 degrees is known as reflex angle. While coming to zero angle, the angle between two arms is 0 degrees. Means they are in coincidence with each other. These are the types of angles based on the measurement. And now while comparing the angles, we have very important thing is comparison between angles. Acute angle is less than right angle and right angle is less than obtuse angle. Obtuse angle is less than straight angle and straight angle is less than reflex angle. Comparison of angles. Yes, while going to see about the pairs of angles, we have four types of pairs of angles. They are complementary angles, supplementary angles, adjacent angles, vertically opposite angles. Pairs of angles. Pair itself denotes two. Now firstly we will see complementary pair of angles. Complementary angles. Two angles are said to be complementary when their sum is 90 degrees. When an angle BOC having 40 degrees and angle AOB having 60 degrees will form an complementary pair of angles, that is angle 60 plus angle 40 equals to 90 degrees. Means it is defined as whenever we want to find the complementary angle of any angle, we have to do only one thing. The workout is 90 degrees minus the given angle. 90 degrees minus the given angle will give us the complementary angle for the given angle. For example, the complementary angle of 30 degrees is 90 degrees minus 30 degrees equals to angle 60. 60 degrees is the complementary angle of 30 degrees. Now let us see one more problem that is related to the degrees, that is the sum of the angles equals to these 360 degrees. Let us take one example, that is OP, OQ, OR and OS are four rays, and now let us prove that angle POQ plus angle QOR plus angle SOR plus angle POS equals to 360 degrees. Now let us assume that the ray OQ is complement to the ray OT. Let us assume that TQ forms a line. We have already seen an important point that a ray or a common ray between a line will be equal to the adjacent angles will be 180 degrees. That means the angle POT and angle POQ equals to 180 degrees because it is representing the half circle of a circle, that is the total degrees equals to 360 degrees for a circle. Therefore, we will be saying that angle POT plus angle POQ equals to 180 degrees and angle TOS plus angle SOQ equals to 180 degrees. Here we can represent angle SOQ equals to angle SOR plus angle ROQ. Angle SOQ equals to angle SOR plus angle ROQ. And now we will be representing that total first equation plus second equation equals to, that is angle POT plus angle POQ plus angle TOS plus angle SOQ is represented as angle SOR plus angle ROQ equals to 180 plus 180, that is 360 degrees. Now let us see that angle POS can be represented as angle POT plus angle TOS. Therefore, we can write that angle POQ plus angle QOR plus angle SOR plus angle POS, that is equals to 360 degrees. Here I have represented angle POS equals to angle TOP plus angle TOS. I hope you understood that. We are representing angle POT plus angle TOS as angle POS. Therefore, hereby we can conclude that the sum of the four angles is equals to 360 degrees. That is angle POQ plus angle QR plus angle SOR plus angle POS equals to 360 degrees. Hence, we have proved that the sum of the angles is equals to 360 degrees. Let us see one more important point, that is, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles is equal. Let us see that is two parallel lines AB and CD are parallel to each other, and a transversal, that is PS, is cutting these two lines at point Q and point R. Then therefore what is the proof is, the resultant is the corresponding angles is equal, that is angle BQR is equal to angle QRC and angle AQR is equals to angle QRT. That is, the corresponding interior angles are equal. See, I have marked the red that these two angles are equal and these two double-lined angles are equal. That is a statement what we derived, that when two parallel lines are transverse, the corresponding angles will be equal. And vice versa, the statement will be as shown. If a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of corresponding angles is equal. If at all, if the corresponding angles are equal, then the two lines are set. See, for example, let us take the two lines are transverse and the corresponding angles are equal, then the lines are said to be parallel to each other. And vice versa, if the lines are parallel to each other and a transverse cuts, then the corresponding angles will be equal. And let us say the third statement, that is, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate angles is equal. Alternate angles means the angles which are opposite to each other, that is, the corresponding angles is same to alternate angles. And the angle Q will be equal to angle R and angle PQB will be equals to angle QRC, that is alternate angles. Now let us see other